President-elect Donald Trump has promised to undo several of his predecessors' climate policies aimed at carbon emissions once he takes office in January. While he was on the campaign trail, he called global warming a scam and also said he would eliminate the Inflation Reduction Act, which is President Biden's signature climate initiative, and instead focus on oil and gas production.
To crush inflation, we will quickly become energy independent, and we will frack, 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 and drill, baby, drill. I will approve new drilling, new pipelines, new refineries, new power plants, new reactors, and we will slash the red tape. It used to be global warming, and that wasn't working because we're actually cooling. So we have that. But you know, the biggest warming problem we have is nuclear warming. So they talk all the time about the ocean will rise in 500 years, 1/8 of an inch. Who the hell cares, okay?
CBS News national environmental correspondent David Schechter joins us now. David, Trump has promised to increase oil and natural gas production in the U.S. What kind of impact would this have on the environment?
Well, Lindsay, I think significant impact. And when you think about it, it's really, these are long-term things. So if you're going to lease an oil field and drill wells there and spend the money to do that, that infrastructure is going to be there for a long time. You're going to build a pipeline to get that oil down to the coast and be able to ship it out. That's going to be there. If you have these terminals that you put the natural gas on and send it off to countries around the world, these are major investments. So if the U.S. now gets more into oil and gas, makes these investments, that's now baked into the cake for a long time, that these increase of emissions and more drilling of natural gas, more drilling of oil will be with us for a long time. So there will be a legacy effect of making these kinds of changes in our energy policy.
The president-elect is planning to appoint North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum to head the Interior Department and lead a new National Energy Council. Right. How do you think Burgum could potentially approach this role?
Well, I think the Department of Interior is going to feature prominently in Trump's plans to open more federal lands to oil and gas and drilling. When you hear this drill, baby, drill, frequently what they're talking about is drilling on federal lands. Burgum has deep connections with the fossil fuel executives and companies that helped. He connected many of them to Trump's campaign to make large donations to the campaign. So you can see a future where they will lease more land for drilling and potentially reverse Biden-era policies where they leased some of that public land for more wind and solar. Just a total change in concept here.
And Trump also plans on appointing Chris Wright, the CEO of a Denver-based fracking company, to be the next Department of Energy secretary. Let's listen to what he said about climate change in a video uploaded to his personal YouTube account in January 2023.
There is no climate crisis, and we're not in the midst of an energy transition either. Humans and all complex life on Earth is simply impossible without carbon dioxide. Hence, the term carbon pollution is outrageous.
What could we expect from him as energy secretary based on his views on climate change? And what does it mean for the country's plans for addressing environmental impacts?
Well, this is pretty strong views there. And, you know, the Department of Energy is very concerned about America's energy security, obviously. But they have shown, and they do show a lot of leadership in developing renewable energy technology. And so Wright, who is a frequent commenter on Fox News, and who has said that there's no climate crisis, as we just sort of heard, you can look for him to support more oil and gas development, more technology development, but also to remove the Biden pause on building massive shipping terminals that I spoke about earlier that would allow the U.S. to get natural gas down to the coast and send it around the world. So there's some major opportunities for changes there in that department for sure.
David Schechter, thanks for joining us.